Hello, my dear Christian brothers and sisters. Happy December. Thank you for tuning in to Christian Motivation. As I'm filming this, we are on the cusp, the beginning of December, and we know that December is like distraction and December both start with D, right? Because December is a very, very, very characteristically very busy time of year. We have the Christmas parties, we have Christmas shopping, and then all of a sudden it's like the temperatures drop and it's cold, and you're like, it's freezing, and you're like, oh, I gotta stay well and don't want to have the sniffles and all the things. Okay, so in December, I had this thought I wanted to leave with you. Okay, so it is natural to get distracted, right? Life can be distracting. It's kind of like, like when you are going down the road and you see, a car doing this, or you look over and there's an ice cream parlor on this side, and there's ice cream parlor that's kind of an antiquated store. I don't know why I use the word parlor. Anyway, an ice cream fast food restaurant on this side, and then there's a car wash on this side, and basically your mind is darting in all different directions. Okay, so the opposite of being distracted, or we could say distracted or scattered, where our attention is being scattered in every different direction. The opposite of that is being focused, right? And when we are intentionally setting our mind on something, whether it's our thoughts on a task or an activity, we are said to be in a focused place, right? There are different supplements people take to increase focus. Not that I'm recommending any of them. I'm just saying focus is a good place to be, right? And so in Isaiah 26:3, it says that the Lord, He promises to do this for us, that He will keep our minds in perfect peace, like a perfect tranquil state of peace, as we are steadfast and committed to keeping our minds stayed or focused on Him, both in inclination of our mind to be set on Him and inclined to Him in our thoughts and in our character and in our behavior, and just to align everything, to focus our entire being, and to lean ourselves entirely in our attention, in our hearts, to fix our hearts on Him. So we know that apart from Him, we can do nothing. Our old carnal nature wants to go every which way. It wants to be distracted. But as we keep our minds fixed and stayed on Him, He promises to keep us in perfect peace. Come on. That is what we all want. We're looking for that peace in every other direction, are we not? But He says, if you do the thing that's hard to do because your carnal nature wants to go in the other way, He's going to give you this fantastic gift, this fantastic promise. And I love the promises of God because they are all yes and amen to the glory of God. And I have seen Himself faithful in my life, and I've also seen myself, my carnal nature is very distracted. Okay, so both are true. We can be super distracted, but as we enter into His promise and keep our mind stayed on Him, He is faithful. So it's interesting. I was researching. I love to read about just about anything and everything. And I was reading about molecules in the formation of an ice structure as the ice is freezing and as it's forming. And what is so very interesting is pure water renders clear as the ice structures are forming, right? As it's freezing, as the molecules are freezing. But if there's any type of mineral or impurity or trapped air inside the structure of the ice cube, right? So what happens is if it's not the pure water, when the light is reacting in the mineral portion or the trapped air, it actually scatters, the light scatters, and the ice cube renders visibly as cloudy, right? Okay, so maybe you know where I'm going with this, maybe you don't. But basically, when truth reacts on something, it will show where it's at, right? So the living word, if we keep our minds stayed on him, the purity of the promise will be rendered. Praise the living God because he is faithful. Have you ever had cloudiness? So like brain fog. When you have brain fog, your focus is distracted. It's pulled in all different directions. Just like that ice cube, when the light hits the minerals and the trapped air, it's no longer clear. There's not clarity in the visible definition of the structure. It is cloudy. Okay? So if you are in a situation where you're feeling cloudy, ask yourself, are you distracted? Where is the center of your attention? And for us as Christians, it's not just where we focus our thoughts, right? It's where we focus our hearts. It's where we posture our spirit. And so that is what I wanted to leave with you today. Basically, just those two words: focus, distracted. Focus, distracted. Ask yourself throughout the day, am I focused? Is my mind stayed on him? Am I not in perfect peace? Do I have an anxious mind? Because if you have anxious mind, you're going to have anxious thoughts. Okay, so bless you. Have a great day. I hope this was helpful to you, and happy December.